I know it's election year and it's the weekend, everybody's busy, and I know you probably don't have time for this, but for those that will listen, I want to tell you the story of the 21. As you know, if you've been following my page, I was a member aboard the USS Saratoga. I was a hospital corpsman on the ship. It's a big aircraft carrier which held about 6,000 guys. And during the Desert Shield standoff, we were anchored in the Bay of Haifa, Israel, December 21st, 1990. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because America forgot about us. Or either you didn't know, but we lost 21 guys one night. One night. See, the aircraft carrier was too big. We were in the port of Haifa, Israel, in the Bay of Haifa, Israel, rather. Since we were too big to anchor up to the pier, uh, we anchored out in the bay where they sent ferry boats back and forth carrying sailors and Marines to Liberty, back and forth. And one night, uh, the waters were really rough. They were. The waters were rough. And for you cruisers, you understand how bad water, how it feels on those big ships. So you know what I'm talking about. But they sent a ferry boat, which was about 100 men on there. And that ferry boat that was coming back, now it was late at night, sank on the way, just capsized. It started taking on water, and we had 100 guys in the water. Now, me, I was the medical response at the ship, which they weren't that far away when the ship turned over. Now, take it, a lot of people were in port. We didn't have a full staff on the ship at the time. So what happened was we had men in the water and we had to turn on the rescue mode. So I ran to the aft platform, which is at the back of the aircraft carrier, and we had bodies on there already because by the time I got there, from the time I got the call, see, I was in charge of the medical ward. We had patients on there, and I knew a lot of the corpsmen were uh, on, on shore, so they couldn't do anything, of course, because they weren't there. But we had bodies back there. I'm doing CPR on my buddies. We didn't know what happened, what caused this. But to make a long story short, I think it was due to the bad weather. We lost 21. And my whole purpose is to get this story. A lot of us on the Saratoga, we're trying to get this story to the public. Why? Because while we're alive, we can explain what happened, what we went through. And I want to so bad tell those families that we tried our best. We tried our best to rescue and save life, but our backs were up against the wall because the waters were rough. It was dark out. We had probably less than half of the staff on the ship because a lot of people were on shore. But it was just a tragic night, and a lot of us are still suffering from that. Now, take it, everybody knew me on the ship. I was one of those people who I made friends with everybody, played basketball with everybody, talked to everybody. And just after, a couple of the guys that I had to do life-saving methods on, we had just played basketball a few days prior. And you know how devastating that was to do CPR on buddies that we just played ball together. We just were talking junk to each other, and now I'm doing this. I just want to get the story out. And I know, like I said, I know this is election year. I know everybody's busy. I know that. And a lot of people, not just guys, but a lot of people may not think this is serious. They are not serious, but it really is very serious. And I have been trying my best to get this out. I've been on a couple of news stations, a couple of radio stations, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I want to get this out to where I can at least try to gather up as many of the sailors and Marines that were on that ship. And we want to tell our story. We want to tell our story. I wrote a book about it. It's on Amazon. It's called Screams Overboard by Thomas Valentine. And it's on Amazon. It's on Target's site. It's on Walmart's site. They're giving me, what, 5 stars? And it's not a long book, but it's just telling the story. And I've written to the Sherry Show, CNN, and, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. But I am going to continue to try to get this story out because there's so much to this story that needs to be told. We were over in Desert Shield. A lot of us didn't even know why we were there. I mean, we knew why, but we're just going along because we were doing our jobs. We were protecting America. We were doing what we signed up to do, is to protect. And it just happened out of the blue. But I hope that a news station, some more news stations, some more media outlets will see this, because I want to tell the story. And if you look at my Vet Hat Travels and Eats page on YouTube, excuse me, I get choked up when I'm talking about this, but you'll see that I have other videos dedicated to this accident. So again, USS Saratoga, Haifa, Israel accident, December 21st, 22nd of 1990. I was there. I was the first corpsman at the back platform. We were doing CPR on our buddies. And when I say I'm the first corpsman, I'm not taking credit. It's just that I was there. And we all worked together because it was the other sailors out there. It was the Marines out there. We were a family. That USS Saratoga was a family. We had our little issues, but remember, I'm in medical, so I knew everybody. Everybody had to come to the medical department. And I'm telling you, we were a family, especially that night, because we pulled together to try to help and save our brothers. So I hope whoever can see this, CNN, Sherry Shepherd, Jimmy Fallon, I don't care who it is. I just want to tell the story. And I'm not a up in front of the camera person, and I stumble over words, and because I'm getting older now. A lot of us are getting older now, and unlike the Pearl Harbor incident, which was horrific, Pearl Harbor was, but we didn't find out about, a lot of us didn't find out about that till they started making movies years later. I never got a chance to hear their stories of what they went through. We just have to listen to a producer or a writer write about it, because it wasn't that many of them left, at least by the time we started hearing about the story. Now I want to change that. While we are still alive and living, and most of us still have our minds, we want to tell the story of what happened. While America slept, what we were going through. America forgot about us. The older ones, a lot of people that I ask right now, they never heard of the accident, the USS Saratoga Haifa Israel accident. They're like, what is that? Who is that? And it hurts because we were over there fighting for you. We were over there fighting for our freedom. We were over there fighting. And America forgot about us? Literally, I don't care about that. What I do care, and I'm being honest, those 21 of my friends who died, I just really want to let their families know what happened. I want to let their families know that we did our best. I want their families to know that those were my brothers. So if possible, please share this. And I know you're not going to watch to the end because people just don't have time. I thank you for listening. And that's just a story that I just want to get across. I love you guys. And thank you. Just thank you. Thank you.